People in many parts of the world are concerned about environmental challenges. If you look at things like the loss of wildlife, say birds, for example, or bees that we know are in decline in many parts of the world, people are very concerned. Now, if we look at the history of environmental science, if we go back to the 19th century and earlier, environmental science was undertaken by amateurs, often retired vicars or active vicars, who made observations, things like rainfall, or the date at which the trees in their garden came into flower, or the days on which they first heard a cuckoo or saw a swallow, a whole range of different things. So environmental science was an amateur profession. In the 20th century, it's been professionalised. So we have professional environmental scientists. We have institutes, particularly from the 1960s, 1970s onwards. Institutes like the Institution of Environmental Sciences, the Centre for Ecology and Hydrology, the various centres concerned with measuring carbon, for example. So we have professional institutes and professional people. Science concentrated in universities, particularly. But we've also, in the last 3 or 4 years, had a return to something rather different. We've had the increasing involvement of citizens undertaking citizen science in a variety of environmental science realms. So, in Scotland, for example, there are thousands of people signed up by the Scottish Environmental Protection Agency to measure rainfall, which is giving us a level of measurement at a spatial level which we could never hope to achieve using purely professional observers. We have people observing, being asked to observe bees, being asked to observe swallows, being asked to observe and record the number of birds in their gardens. Some citizens have been asked to take satellite images and count penguins in Antarctica and send their records and observations in. So this is the involvement of citizens in science. Now, in my lecture, I want to look at a couple of themes. I want to look at what they're doing. I want to look at the technology that's enabled them to do it, particularly the mobile phones and the global positioning systems, which now help us with that. And then to ask the question, well, why do people do it? And is it actually helpful? Is it actually furthering the cause of environmental science? Some of these areas are quite new. For example, very recently we've had people being asked to record on their mobile phones photographs of flooding when it's actually happening and load those photographs and videos up onto sites on the web. Now, is that a good thing? Is it helpful? Or is it just some kind of somebody's attempt to encourage people to be interested but not with actually meaning behind it?